Ranking the best wide receivers in Madden 23. We are back here with another tier list update. Today I'm going to be updating wide receivers. Now right before I do go ahead, re-rank the old cards and rank the new cards, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day. All right, so let's talk about it. I think for sure Carmichael should have been like right here. I think Carmichael should have dropped into A in the previous episode. Just really don't think like he's that effective right now. He kind of moves a little bit clunky and I feel like he gets strapped by man coverage now. Given all the KOs and like pick artists, I think that's what really hurt his value. Now in the S tier, really the only one that I want to stay is Calvin. Moss is really close though with 0 AP deep out elite. I think with the receivers we're going to cover, I think Calvin can still be justified being ran, especially with 2 AP route tech. I've seen a lot of really good players start to use route tech with Calvin, so he's going to remain S tier for me. Everyone else is going to drop. Like I love Steve Smith, I love Cooper Kupp as well with that 0 AP short and elite. I think we got another receiver that would do what like Steve Smith and Cooper Kupp does. AP value wise, I think they're still S tier. They might move back up. So this is what we're currently looking like. Now we're going to start off with a little team captain upgrade. Keyshawn Johnson gets a little bit better, up to a 94 overall, 92 speed, 90 excel, hits all the route running thresholds. He's 6'4". His speed should get boosted by 2 because I feel like you would only pick this card if you're running a full 50 out of 50, like real team, not legends. So he could potentially be 94 speed and has great run block as well. The thing that holds him back though, and I think the thing that holds every team captain back, is not getting any discounted abilities. Like at this point in the game, man, the name of the game is discounted abilities. I don't know if I can put him above C tier. And the reason being is we have people like Keenan Allen, Michael Crabtree that get the 1 AP short and elites that are so valuable. The slot arcs, great. I don't think I can put Keyshawn above them, even though he is 6'4". Now for our first actual update, we got Quez Watkins right here, speed demon, 6 foot deep threat arc, 93 speed, 93 excel. Doesn't quite hit the route running that we're looking for at this point in the game. And once again, doesn't really get any good discount abilities. I mean, run off elite if you're running like a really heavy like QB run scheme, that's pretty good. But other than that, doesn't really get anything. Not good abilities. He has great speed though. He's like a good budget option. I can't put him in C though because some of these cards just have great abilities. I'm gonna put him like D tier, and I don't know if he's better than this DeVonta Smith either. Now right after that we got Paris Campbell. He's a 6 foot playmaker arc, 93 speed, 91 excel with 90 short, 88 medium, 91 deep. What does this mean? If you go ahead have the route tree strat card, he can go ahead and hit 90 medium route running, would hit all the thresholds on all Madden. I think he's a really good budget wide receiver, and for his abilities he can get short and elite for 2. Again, doesn't get the discounts, but I think that he's a good receiver. Again, I think he's a good budget wide receiver. I'm going to put him in the C tier, and I'm going to put him by like tyquan Thornton. Think he's a really good budget option. And I think the same for our next card right here. Terry McLaurin, 6 foot deep threat, this time 94 speed, but has some of the route runnings that we're looking for. Again, with route tree strat card, could get the short and deep hitting 90. Can't get the medium to hit 90, but that 94 speed, if you're a no money spent player, budget baller, that is really nice to have. You could potentially get this card for free from solos as well. I think he's better than the card we just covered. I think he's one of the better budget wide receivers in the game. He's going like tippity top in the C tier for me. Now right after that we got Alec Pierce with 91 speed, 89 excel. He's 6'3" this time, so this is potentially your taller budget wide receiver, and again with route tree can get the short and the medium up to 90, would hit all the thresholds for all Madden, and once again can get short and elite for 2 AP. So again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think he's a really good budget wide receiver. He's going C tier for me. And right after that we got Brandon Ayuk, 6 foot slot arc this time, 91 speed, 89 short, 90 medium, 89 deep. Again with route tree can get the short and deep up to 90, would hit all the thresholds on all Madden. So he's actually a really good player to have. And if we take a look at his abilities, this time he can get short and elite for 1 AP given he's a slot arc. I really like the card. I think he's slightly better than like Keenan Allen and Michael Crabtree. I think he's like one of the best budget wide receivers you could get. Now right after that we got Racine Brown. I absolutely love this card. He's 6 foot slot arc with 92 speed, 92 excel, 91 short. But again, if you have the route tree strat card, can get the medium and deep hitting 90. For his discount abilities, can get deep out elite, mid and elite, slot apprentice all for 1. Not really a huge fan of any of these abilities, but short and elite for 1 once again given he's a slot arc. I think he's a tier better than the cards we just covered. I think he's in this B tier, and he's one of my actual like favorite ones in B. I really like this Racine Brown card. I don't know where I want to put him in B, but he's somewhere in B. Racine Brown, really good card. And right after that we got Zay Jones, 6'2" deep threat with 92 speed, 92 excel, 86 short, so he can't hit 90 short even with the route tree strat card, but could hit 90 medium, 91 deep. And for his discounted abilities, short out elite for 1, deep out elite, I'm not a huge fan of his discounted abilities, and given the fact that he can't hit like 90s for everything. I don't think he's better than Keyshawn. I think he's like somewhat in this C tier. And right after that, we got George Pickens. I love this card. 6'3" slot arc this time with 92 speed, 93 excel, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep. Has 78 run block, 94 impact blocking. So if you're running with your quarterback a lot, this is a really good card to have. And also, let's take a look at his abilities. Honorary lineman for 0. Again, if you're in a heavy run scheme, this is a great receiver to have. And also short and elite for 1 AP. I think he is absolutely amazing. For me, he's going like top into B. You know what? I'll put him like right here. I think I was being a little bit too overhyped with them. And right after that, we got Deion Sanders. You could get this card for free if you level up your zero chill field pass. He's 6 foot, deep threat arc, 93 speed, hits all the route running thresholds besides medium. But again, if you have route tree, you can get that up to 90 relatively easily. And if we look at his discount abilities this time, could get deep out or route tech for 3. I would rock the short out for 1 and potentially short in for 2. I know that's 3 AP on him, but you know, I think he's a pretty good receiver. I think he's a good free receiver. I think he's better than the people in C. I don't think he's like top end to B. Like, I think he's like middle of the pack B, like probably around like a Monroe, kind of like a Jarvis Landry. I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of on like Jarvis Landry's level, and he's probably a little bit better. Right after this, we get Alan Lazard. That's 6'5", 92 speed, hits all the route running thresholds already, so no need for route tree. And if we take a look at his abilities this time, red zone threat for 2. I really wish he got it for 1. He gets deep out elite for 1 as well. Man, if he got red zone threat for 1, I think he potentially is just like a Harold Carmichael replacement. I think he's in this B tier once again, and I don't know how high he should be. I think he's slightly better than Keyshawn. I do. And his speed and everything, I know he's a little bit faster than the people in C tier, but I'm not really a big fan of his abilities. I know he's a big body. His rankings on a Packers team would totally change. I don't know if he's better than Keyshawn, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him C. Right after that, we got Juju. That's 6'1" physical arc, 91 speed, 88 short, 89 medium, 86 deep. With route tree, you can get the short and medium up to 90, cannot get the deep up to 90. And if we take a look at his abilities, mid and elite kind of sucks. And outside apprentice, at this point in the game, a lot of people are getting Howard Master or outside apprentice for 0. So he basically gets no discount abilities, in my opinion. They aren't good. I think Juju is like C, and I would run so many people in this tier over him. Now after this, we got Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is one of my favorite receivers in the game. He's 6'2", slot arc, 93 speed, 90 excel, hits all the route running thresholds already. But the major thing on him is his ability. So short out elite for 0. He can also get short and elite for 1. He is the first and only receiver in the game right now to get short and elite plus short out elite combined for 1 AP. I want to put him S tier. I do. I want to put him S tier. He's going tippity top into A for me. I really love the card. I think there's a decent amount of receivers that play a little bit better than him. I love his ability stack, but again, he's not the fastest in the world, and he's still going to be on my team. The reason why he's on my team is because of that ability stack, and I'm willing to use a little bit less speed for that ability stack. Now, right after that, we got Garrett Wilson. That's 6 foot, playmaker arc, 93 speed, 92 excel, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep. And if we take a look at his abilities, route tech for 2, deep out elite for 1. Those aren't bad. Like the route tech for 2 is actually really, really decent. I don't think he is an A tier wide receiver. I think he is a really good B tier wide receiver though. I'm going to put him up here in B. I think Garrett Wilson is a very, very solid card. Now we're moving on up to 94 overalls. First one we got right here is DK, 6'3", 94 speed, 93 short, 94 medium, 95 deep. And for his abilities, red zone threat for 1, runoff elite for 0. The runoff elite for 0 is cool. I think you can really make use of this card. I would have DK A tier, and I would run a bunch of people in A tier over him, just because I'm not the biggest fan of his abilities, but I think he can play at an A tier level. I don't think he's that much worse than this Randy Moss. I just like the Randy Moss with 0 AP deep out elite more than him. And right after that, we got Deion Johnson, 5'10" deep threat with 94 speed, 93 short, 90 medium, 94 deep. And for his discount abilities this time, once again, gets runoff elite for 0, deep out elite for 1. I think he's worse than DK Metcalf. Again, given the height, given like the run ball, like how he would be in the scheme with the runoff elite, I think he's worse than DK Metcalf. I'm gonna put him like top in the B, and I would run a lot of the 1 AP short. I would potentially run Garrett Wilson over him. Right after that, we got D-Hop. D-Hop is a very interesting card. He's 6'1", physical arc, 94 speed, 91 short, 93 medium, 94 deep. And if we take a look at his abilities this time, can get wide receiver apprentice for 1, deep out elite for 0, red zone threat for 1, route tech for 2. I really like his abilities. They're super interesting. Like you could do a lot with it. Like if you're not rocking Howard Master, potentially running him and even the other Calvin with 1 AP wide receiver apprentice makes some sense. Like I like the Hopkins card. I like Hopkins card. I think he is once again A tier, and I would probably put him right there. Better than Moss? Ooh, a little bit tough. I'm going to slightly lean him over Moss though. So I definitely didn't forget about 3 wide receivers. If you comment down below, where's Jerry Jeudy, where's Christian Kirk, or where's Deebo, you didn't watch till this point in the video. But we got Jerry Jeudy right here, 6'1" playmaker with 93 speed, 94 XL, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep, hits all the route running thresholds, and for his abilities, can go ahead and get outside apprentice for 1, short out elite for 1. I like the short out elite for 1. He's a pretty good card. Can get short in for 2 as well. I think he's a really decent card. I am going to go ahead and once again have him in the B tier and I think like right around Deion Sanders level. Now right after that we got Christian Kirk, 5'11" slot arc with 92 speed, 94 XL. With route tree can get the medium and the deep up to 90. He would hit all the thresholds, and for his abilities, Slotomatic for 2. I don't really like Slotomatic this year, but he does get short and elite for 1 AP. Once again, I think he is a very solid budget wide receiver. I am putting him right by like Jerry Jeudy and them. I think he is really solid. Now this is where it gets a little bit tough. So we have Jalen Waddle, 5'10" playmaker with 94 speed, 93 XL, 94 short, 93 medium, 92 deep. All great stats. And for his abilities, get short out elite for 0, which is absolutely phenomenal. Short out elite for 0 is great. One of the better abilities in the game right now. And I'm also going to go over this card right here real quick. So Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is 5'11", playmaker arc, 94 speed, 95 XL, with 94 short, 93 medium, 93 deep. This time for his abilities can get short out elite for 0. So they are one in the same, but Deebo has a way bigger player model. And if you look like, people are choosing Deebo over Waddle because of that player model. So in my opinion, right, I think Jalen Waddle is like Steve Smith and Cooper Kupp. Great wide receivers. Do not get me wrong. They are great. But there's just a receiver that does what Jalen Waddle does. Just a smidgen better. Just a smidgen better. And that's really going to be the difference between like A and S tier. I think A is like great, but Deebo, think he's a little bit better than Jalen Waddle, so I think Deebo should be S, Waddle should be A. Right after that, we got Herman Moore, 6'4" playmaker with 95 speed, 92 XL, 91 short, 96 medium, 94 deep. For his abilities, short and elite for 1, mid out elite for 0. Mid out elite, not really great, but it's a 0 AP elite ability, so we'll take that. Short and elite for 1 AP. 6'4". He's one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the game, in my opinion. Herman Moore going up in the S tier. He is absolutely amazing. Now we got CeeDee Lamb, 6'2" height, 95 speed, 94 XL, 96 agility, with 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep, hits all the route running thresholds, and for his abilities this time, short and elite for 0. This was the receiver I was talking about that I think he's just a little bit better than Steve Smith and Cooper Kupp. I honestly, not even little. I think he's a lot bit better. CeeDee Lamb, best wide receiver in the game. I love the short and elite for 0 AP. CeeDee Lamb for right now can be tippity top end to S. Now right after that, we got Plaxico Burris, 6'5", 95 speed, 94 XL, 89 short, 95 medium, 94 deep. With route tree can get that short up to 90 really easily. Now let's take a look at his abilities. I know Bulldozer for 1 sucks, but short and elite for 1. So a lot of people were talking about how this card has terrible abilities. He essentially gets the same thing as Herman Moore, and he's just as fast, and he's 6'5". I don't know how you can have Herman Moore S tier and not have Plaxico S tier. I think they're kind of one and the same. Right after that, we got DeAndre Johnson, 6'3", 93 speed, 93 XL, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep, all really good. Hits all the thresholds, and for his abilities, deep out elite for 1, short and elite for 1 as well. I think he is a really solid receiver. I don't quite think he's S tier. I don't think he's S, but I do think he's in this A tier, probably around like DeAndre Hopkins level. I think he's a really good receiver. Now we got Marvin Harrison. I know he's 6 foot, but 95 speed, 93 XL, 91 short, 97 medium, 94 deep. I think this card is absolutely insane. One of the best receivers in the game. He can go ahead and get short and elite for 1 AP. I know mid and elite for 0, but the short and elite for 1 AP is really what makes him really valuable. And I think he plays like one of the best receivers in the game. He is disgusting. He is for sure going S tier for me. And next up, we got KJ Osborne, 5'11" slot arc with 94 speed, 95 XL, 96 short, 93 medium, 92 deep. For his abilities this time, Slotomatic for 1. Again, I do not like Slotomatic. Deep out elite for 1, mid out elite for 1. Doesn't really move the needle for me, but he does get short and elite for 1 AP. I think he is one of the better slot arcs in the game. I think he is a tier better than like George Pickens in them. He's going like slightly like bottom end of A. I'm okay with him being bottom tier of A. I think he is a really good receiver. Right after that, we got Cooks be cooking. My first LTD pull of the year was this card, so he has a special place in my heart. He's 5'10", 94 speed, 95 XL, 92 short, 90 medium, 90 deep, hits all the route running thresholds, and for his abilities, outside apprentice for 0 is really interesting. He can potentially get short and elite, short out elite for 2 AP as well. I really like this a lot. Outside apprentice for 0 is really interesting too, because if you don't run Howard Master, that is a free outside apprentice. That is really, really nice. I think he has a ton of value. I am once again going to put him A tier, and I'm going to put him slightly above KJ Osborne. Right after that, we got Mike Williams, 6'4" playmaker with 94 speed, 92 XL, 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep. For his abilities this time, wide receiver apprentice for 1, short and elite for 1. I think he is, again, one of the best wide receivers in the game. He plays like one of the best. He is for sure going S tier. Now, where would I put Mike Williams? That's really tough, man. He is so good. Man, I don't know where to put him in S, but he's S. And for the last wide receiver of the video, we got Mike Evans, 6'5" physical arc, 93 speed, 92 XL, hits all the thresholds for route running, and you know he's 6'5". He can go ahead and get route tech for 3. I don't really like his abilities. I'm going to be honest, short and elite for 2 AP. I don't really like the abilities, man. I don't think he's S tier. I don't think he's S tier. I think he's a really good receiver, but I don't quite think he's S. There's a lot of receivers I'd run over him in this as well. I'd put him like probably around like right here. And yeah, this was my current thoughts on wide receiver in Madden 23. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? If you did enjoy the video, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23. Now, if you want to see me use some of these cards live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, and a ton of you have been showing a lot of love over on the Twitch, so I greatly appreciate that. We've been grinding streams over there, so make sure to check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch, you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I rank the best running backs in Madden 23.